Kevin Smith.
Hi, Kevin.
The gang's all here.
Yes.
So check out the fourth video I've made. I like it. It's on my Twitter right now, Opie Radio. I just tweeted a little while ago or yesterday, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
What's up, Mr. Smith?
Hey, everybody.
You look thinner.
Hey, man.
Hi, buddy.
Wow, do you look thin?
How are you?
Are you making an effort to be thin, or are you just not eating as much?
Last week when I got home from, we were traveling a bunch. I just started walking again and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get to. I hesitate to call it exercise, but I didn't get to go walking all the day. Hello, sir.
Yeah. How are you?
Oh, okay.
Excellent.
Oh, is the headphones fucked up?
It's cool. I'm a pro.
You fucking Kevin.
Did you finally get somebody to record the show?
Yes, Jordan and Jason are coming to my hotel room for a night.
You're an absolute. Are we on? We're
Yeah, you guys did. You guys did
Luddite,
podcast,
dude. Like you haven't figured this part out yet. You were like, dude, we need somebody.
First of all, nobody calls me Luddite. Nobody. My mother called me Luddite once.
Once.
He was panicking about like, how do we record the show? I'm like, this is easy, dude. You grab an iPhone.
Well, if you don't know how to do it, it's like it's panic inducing when somebody goes, because Muse and talking about the podcast, and Jordan, his wife, came up to my room with like thousands of dollars of stuff.
And that's just because Muse is like a tech junkie.
And he's literally screwing it in my room, in my hotel room, and he goes, "Oh, this shit is sweet, bro." And it's like just a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And he goes, just hit that button and you're good. And I'm like, where are you going? And they were going out to Comic-Con.
Left you.
And it was me and Matt Paxton from Hoarders, and we're talking, and like an hour in, Matt Paxton goes, "Yeah, this memory card ran out a while ago." So I don't know how long we went. I think so. We got it back up.
Might have lost something.
Yeah, I know nothing. It's literally like if you showed somebody the cockpit of an airplane and said, "Go, just do it, just go,
just fly." Look.
That's how it is to me. Like I
press
know.
the button.
You know what helps? You take the memory card, just shake it and put it back in.
Like a Polaroid. You blow into it like the Nintendo games. That's how we always used to fix those.
Yeah.
I love guys that are overly simplified because they think it makes them seem more old school. Like, what do I know? I pick up the phone, I talk. That's all I need. Really? That's why you don't have an iPhone, you cunt?
So did you figure it out? Did you get it's all recorded somewhere though?
You know what I figured out? I figured out 2 people are coming to my hotel room to press record for me today. And I hate to be the greasy squeaky wheel, but I literally don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And like
it's almost like an old school tape recorder. Just pressing. It doesn't even require 2 buttons. It's 1 button.
It's one
all
button.
I need is someone like you to sit
show it
down
to
with
you.
me one day and go, "This is what you need," and then Matt Cohen will never be needed again.
I'm going to give you the ultimate freedom, where I'm just going to show you, like, you plug this in, you put these 2 mics here, and you're off and running. You'll never need anybody. You could do it at the drop of a hat.
Basically, Jay is saying that if you teach me to fish, I can eat for the rest of my life.
Because now I'm walking around with 1 fish all the time.
That's right. It's a
you're
delicious
hungry.
fish, but you'd like some more fish.
You need more fish.
But the weird thing is, Jay says that in a world where we're not in the normal world, Atlantis, where we're surrounded by fish.
That is
It's like,
true.
I only have
Yeah.
1.
I can tell you the fucking practice squad of the Jets, but I can't tell you. I know,
The first time I ever hung out with you was on this show.
Really?
I was just realizing the first day. I'm like,
I know
this is
Dougie
very
Wade
weird.
is in charge of the power play goals
Fuck
for the
yeah,
New York
he is.
Islanders.
They
That's why
beat
they're
the
doing
Rangers,
good.
motherfucker.
You know, I said to
This
Doug
Islander
Wade,
team is, well, you've heard it.
Oh, jeez. Here he goes. Another year of Opie.
You've heard it before.
Another
You've heard it
preseason
before.
going,
They beat the
hey, we
Rangers.
look like we
He's
got a good
jacking
team
off
this
in his
year.
pants 'cause they beat the Rangers.
For the first time in how long?
Yeah, but Tavares had
44
a
years,
fucking
right?
hat trick. we
44 years.
And we don't need DiPietro, who's out again. He got a puck to the fucking mask.
Vagina?
Pretty
Vagina.
much. Pretty much.
Did it shatter?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Jaw?
it's the cheekbone or something.
He's out indefinitely with a
Can't get
concussion.
enough of that.
The guy has played 39
kicked
games in
drive-bys
3
on
years
Ooh.
on a
What do you guys
15-year
got, 2 years
contract.
before they close that franchise
I
completely.
guess. Maybe they'll move to Queens of Brooklyn.
They were thinking of
I'm
actually
hoping.
going to Belmont
I'm hoping.
Raceway and building
I'm
a
hoping.
arena there, and then building also an Indian casino.
How would the
All kinds of
horses just run around on the ice?
I don't even understand how they would do that.
Yeah,
The
the
track
horses,
again is frozen today.
horses be
One
slipping
thing
and
I know
stuff
about
like the
Islanders
Godfather.
is Anthony's irate tweets about, "No, I'm voting no, God damn it," on that fucking
Oh,
new
I was
arena.
so angry. I'm like, no! First of all, I'm not going to let more tax money go to the government that obviously doesn't even know how to spend fucking money.
But it's
And
only
by
$1
the way,
a
Jaws,
guy.
more tax
It was
money.
$1 a guy.
How bad did you
More.
want that arena?
At this point,
Lighthouse? Is that Lighthouse project?
Yeah, it was the whole Lighthouse project. Of course,
And
I
then
want it
Doug
because
Waite said
I
at
want
the
the team to
NHL
stay on the island.
Did
but-
it put a wedge between you when he was voting against it?
He did it. He did it because he doesn't like me. It's obvious.
I did
His
it because
passion for something so stupid. I'm like, this is how he's getting back.
I
at
did
me.
it because I am not giving the government the responsibility to spend the money in the way it's supposed to be spent on the new arena, and that the government has proven, local and state and federal, has proven that they could take a fuckload of money and somehow make it disappear without any services being rendered.
Actually, you're getting it all wrong.
Actually, Anthony was right on this one. He was absolutely right.
If they
I'm
want to
with
do
Anthony.
it, get private enterprise to finance it,
Right.
Because those motherfuckers keep tabs on every dime that's being spent.
Every nickel.
Yeah, or a penny.
Boy.
And they
Guy
and
who just wants to
there'll
say
be
something.
accountability. There doesn't seem to be accountability. Like you look at the transit authority here, especially in New York, there's zero accountability. They're constantly talking about what they're broke. They got to increase tolls. They got to do this, and no one knows where this billions upon billions of dollars. You look in the subways; they're packed in the morning. I drive in the bridges, the tunnels, the tolls are up. Everyone's paying their money, and then you go, well, where's this money going? Bah, we don't know. Can we have an accounting of it? No.
They're still using the service?
Not in any way you'll understand anyway. We'll give you an accounting. Here's an 8,000-page
Not
fucking...
for nothing, I understand bad accounting. I work in the movie business.
Right, exactly. Thank you. You then would obviously know horrid
But not
accounting.
this bad. This
By
bad.
the way, every movie you make loses money and you don't get any, right? Is that how their accounting
And that's
works?
why they never build a hockey rink in my backyard.
Yes, exactly.
I think that still would. Do you think that would have put new life into that franchise? Do you think a new arena makes people give a shit?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, totally.
The
Does it
fucking
really?
It
the
brings
place.
business because you open
Ask the
restaurants
Devils.
and donut shops
Right.
and Starbucks.
The place is a shithole.
New arenas are amazing.
I love hockey, but going there, you feel like you're in the AHL. It's horrible, the presentation.
And there's
It's
a new
disgusting.
arena. So much new business comes with it. Like
Right.
you can open a freaking Barnes and Noble.
Right.
Just shit to do before the game starts.
Yeah.
Barnes and
You have to
Noble.
figure out, Kevin.
I was trying to
Decade
go.
or-
Wow, damn.
I was going so
Barnes
far
and Noble.
away.
Away from
a
hockey.
tutorial with you on how to record podcasts and
No,
where the
that
bookstores
one
have
was on
gone. There's this thing called
He's a
Amazon.
Suge Knight of podcasting.
Kevin, you got to figure out when to go to the bathroom because
Why?
you could miss 20 minutes of the
you pee your
game.
pants.
True, yeah,
They don't
yeah.
have enough bathrooms even.
Why? What? Because it
You
just
have to-
takes you a long time to get to one?
Fuck yeah, it's horrendous. There's not enough
Do they
bathrooms.
have
The lines are
sky
forever.
boxes or anything like
Yeah,
that?
the sky boxes are literally on the roof. They're so fucking high.
Did you ever
There's
get
no
one? You're a fan.
At least they're in the
No, there's no
tie or
reason
something.
to.
You want to be close to the ice.
Dude, the sky boxes. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough.
No, it's not.
We'll
It's
do
not.
ADD radio. It's fine.
No, it won't be. What? I was an aside to Jimmy. I didn't even know it was on mic.
It's
He's doing a chip.
It's all right.
He can't help us.
Skyboxes are in the sky.
They're called stewardesses.
I met a girl yesterday.
There's no reason to go to the sky box.
Too funny for
No.
Chip, by the way. That was really funny.
I met a girl yesterday. I was in a store with my wife, and she was young. She had braces and stuff. And she came
Yay!
up to me. She was like, "Oh my God!" When, she goes, "When you were on Degrassi, you were on Degrassi." I was like,
When you're on Degrassi, you're on Degrassi.
I thought that was cute.
Yeah, that was a big thing when you were on there.
Yeah, when you were in the sky, it was like when you're in the skybox, you're in the sky.
You're in the sky.
Connected
I like it.
Anyway, back to the Islanders. So wait, they beat the Rangers when? Not last night. night before?
Saturday, yeah.
And how?
Well, I don't know
apeshit did
how
you go?
I don't know how good the Rangers are. I haven't gone to a game yet because I didn't get my tickets.
But do you
Because I was
watch it
pissed
all?
off.
I bought the
Oh, yeah, I
online
watched.
package, the one that you can watch on your computer.
Yeah, I don't got
I don't
that,
know what
but-
Game Center it's called.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
catch every game and
Well, I don't have
watch
to
it
get it
online?
because I went to watch a Devils game. They're like, this shit's
Well,
blacked
that's the
out. I
only
was
way
like,
you're going to
no.
watch your Devils in L.A.
Yeah, that or you can use the Center Ice package. I
Are the
sound
Devils
a
good
plug,
this year?
but I've done both. Are the Devils what?
Good?
They opened against Philly, and of course they got beat. Philly's like on
Philly's
fire.
gotta get fucking
But then the
pretty
very
good, though.
next game, I think they was the Canes, and they beat the Canes 4-2.
How come the Devils don't melt the ice and stuff? It's so hot. The ice is
Right? I don't know how they
freezing.
walk on that ice.
I asked, did you ever see the interview I did with Doug Waite when he gave a message
Yeah,
to you
that's
specifically?
hilarious. Yeah.
Because you told him you threw your island tickets in the East River. Or Hudson River.
Hudson River.
And I asked Doug Waite, I said, I don't know that much about hockey, so just what part of the Islanders, if it sucks, we can directly point a finger at you. And he goes, power play. If we're bad at the power play, that's entirely my fault.
Yeah.
So Opie, so far, 5 games in,
5 games in.
how's the power play looking?
They look good. They look.
Dougie Waite's got them crisp,
They
skating
fuck-
like men. Put some pants on somebody.
So far, so good. But it's early in the year. All teams
Did you
look
guys
good.
get a draft pick, an early draft pick or something? You got a young buck?
Yeah, I don't know who it is.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Uber
To
fan.
be honest with you.
I can see why he wanted that new arena so much.
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Some uncircumcised
I was trying to
Russian
put-
born in January from the book Outliers.
I was trying to push my hockey enthusiasm down, but now they're getting me back again.
Of course.
It was a brutal year last year. We were out of it
Dude,
before.
You're talking to a Devils fan.
We were out of it before Thanksgiving last year. So
At least you have a Stanley Cup under your belt.
You guys are the last American dynasty.
It's,
we got
Last American hockey dynasty.
Yeah.
It'll never happen again. Never in this world, in this lifetime, in this universe will that ever happen again.
Opie's still waiting for the drive for 5.
What a dynasty!
Yeah, dynasty can't
Big
happen
drive
based
for
on like
five.
how,
Sorry,
based
Caps.
on all that.
But I mean,
padding
the
and
Wings
goalie
had a
wearing.
dynasty, didn't they?
Not since then.
Scotty
The-
Bowman.
no. Yeah,
don't
but that
think
was
so?
no. Well, the Wings have had a dynasty. The Canadians have had a dynasty.
Kiss
The
had one.
Kiss had an amazing fantasy
You know
and
what?
dynasty.
Johnny Collins had one.
Ming.
No, come on, Jimmy. You've
The
done it
Islanders.
again.
The Islanders had a dynasty.
Yes,
Yeah,
they were
the
the last
Islanders,
American
definitely.
dynasty.
Yeah,
They-
yeah.
Right after them was the Oilers. They took it from the Islanders. So the Islanders
yeah.
were the last American
we're
hockey dynasty.
pushing 30 years without it.
30 fucking years.
I know, but it's important.
Get the old team back together. See if they can
And
pull
we're-
it off.
Opie's a Jets fan too.
Where's Clark Gillies?
You're a Jets fan.
I know, but I'm not also the one with the Islanders. So you got the double albatross.
Yeah, I do, and a Mets fan. So
Where's Bobby
but not really a
Nystrom?
Mets fan
Get Bobby
these days.
Nystrom out there, no helmet, with his thinning blonde hair.
I looked over to see if Anthony was Google searching these names.
No, I remember that.
no, he
shit
knows
from-
Nystrom.
I remember that shit from the old days.
Billy Smith,
guy was in his
Billy
early.
Smith.
He was
Smith in the goal.
Mike Bossy.
Yeah, Mike Bossy.
Nystrom had stringy hair
Ooh,
at 22
la, la.
years old.
22 years
song,
old.
right?
2 years old. You're 20 years old, and then fucking poor
You already
Bobby
had
Nystrom had
stringy hair.
Hulk Hogan hair. He was
yeah.
I know, what the
skating around. No helmet
fucking
though.
greatest.
Those days are just fucking insanity.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
skating around without a helmet?
Gordie Howe almost died way back in what was it? It was 1950 something, of course. But somebody slammed him into the boards, and they had pronounced him dead. They'd given him last rites. It was really bad.
Holy
And then they
shit.
screwed a hole into his skull to let out all the blood, the pressure, or whatever. It
We
built
put some
up.
leeches on there.
Kind of, it was that old.
Give
They
him a
came
good
back and-
letting.
Still, it happened a bunch. But now concussions seem to be even worse because once you start armoring someone's head, everyone feels like, all right, you could take it, bang, and they hit
Yeah,
him
a little
harder.
harder. Yeah.
Kevin, don't you think? Like, are you confused at this Sidney Crosby concussion and how long it's gone? Because that hit on Sidney Crosby when it first happened was just like a guy clipped him on the way out. It wasn't like that big of. No one like smashed his face in.
It
Yeah.
didn't look that
Right.
ugly, but
And this guy he's talking to parking meters.
But when you
still.
deal with the head, man,
they cleared him for full
when you deal with
contact.
the head,
Finally,
you got to be ultra sensitive.
believe.
Remember Liam Neeson his wife?
Oh,
She was like
man,
just literally
right.
fell backwards on a ski slope, got up, brushed herself off, was
she was
fine,
at a party that night, hanging out.
and just died.
What was it, just a fucking blood thing that gets burst?
Yeah.
I couldn't have said that stupider, by the way.
A blood
But
thing that
still.
got burst. Stop with your medical jargon.
Well, you know, I just like to bring it down.
A podcast without people coming to his hotel room like a swingers convention, goddamn key party on the 11th floor. Come on up, Muse, make it happen. Yes, sir.
I want to do your podcast. I know you invited me to, but I was away.
But you're going to be in LA again. You know,
Yeah, I'm out
we're
there next-
transients. We
Yeah.
go back and forth. You
You'll
wanna
figure it
talk
out.
to him? You talk to him. He'll kill me.
You're not dying, Sonny. You're killing everyone around you.
So yeah. So today we had Patrice and Quinn. Big ones.
Oh,
Just
man,
the
that's
boys
a
of
good
the
one.
band.
No, close.
That was dog afternoon.
I was doing Chris
Dog.
Sarandon. You want to talk to him? You talk to him. He'll kill me. It's Jimmy's favorite.
You're gonna go over there with a bunch of
pulling at
crazy people.
The robe.
Uppers, downers, screamers, blues. Forget it. We did all of it.
I took a bunch of pills to get away from you. Now I'm going to go on a
Uppers, downers,
vacation.
screamers.
You guys know Moore has like one of the biggest podcasts on the planet.
fuck yeah, he does.
Oh, yeah.
Easily the biggest one at our
Huge.
network.
Do you know
if
I
not the
signed with
biggest one on
Suge
the
Knight
planet.
over here?
Suge Knight
No.
of podcasts.
That was that had nothing to do with me. That dude just went on Twitter and was like, "Hey, I'd like to do a podcast."
I
The fact
begged
that
people to scoop me up. and
Nobody
you-
jumped on it. It was
You,
dumb.
you said I'll do it, and you'll be number one. And then in the first couple weeks, I was number one.
It's a rip.
And then
It's huge.
I was looking at iTunes.
Yes.
And my wife just walked over and closed the computer, and like really oddly aggressive behavior for her because she's so meek. And I go, "What are you doing?" She goes, "You're number one." Well, I don't know what. There's nothing.
You're just
above
waiting
it.
for it to go to number
You're
two.
only gonna get pissed off.
You're only gonna get pissed.
And now I'm like around 5 and 4, and I'm like, man, fuck this shit. If I ever see Mark Maron, I'll kick him in his angry face.
Who else is on your network?
Yeah, who's the top 5 podcasts out there?
In the world?
Yeah, well, you got Mark Maron.
I don't know,
You said
man.
you're 4 or
Honestly,
5, so
like,
who's above you?
Everybody switches around. Rogan's
Rogan's
Mark
pretty
Maron
high.
and me.
Mark Maron, Jay. Then there's what's
Chris Hardwick, maybe?
Not really. He's in the top.
Nerdist is definitely top 10 to 20.
But I've never seen him really
Nerdist.
number 1.
Yeah, there have been. It depends. It's a show by show. Like if he has somebody that like takes him to the roof, like if he gets a Doctor Who guest, boom, you'll see him.
Doctor Who.
I
guy.
thought Eric Roberts was going to do that. I thought that was going to be a big, like, holy shit, this is bizarre. This will be number 1.
For yours.
I like when you interview. Yeah,
Did you do? Are you doing Colin Quinn today?
today? Yeah,
That I think
Patrice
would be
and then
interesting because basically, are you going to do him as you the whole time or him?
You got to do this. Come on.
I'll do a little bit as both, you know. I do good on the Occupy Wall Street, crush some skulls, these zeros. Let them know we built the city on rock and roll and not bank statements. Jefferson Starship had the right idea.
Did you guys? Wait, speaking of Occupy Wall Street, anybody go down? Anybody have an idea, an opinion?
Anybody?
It's all over the place.
Has anybody seen Opie's channel on YouTube? It's
Opie's
amazing.
been there.
I've been there, I don't know,
I'm going to go
4
down
or
this
5
afternoon.
times.
How is it?
Well, the problem is they're not focused.
That's
When you go down there, you don't feel like
they're.
they're focused. Maybe they are focused, but there's too many fringe players that are really fucking it up for everybody if they're trying to get one message out there.
Right.
They're about the West Bank. They're about the teachers being fucked. They're about the drone attacks. They're about...
Who's against teachers fucking? Here's what I say, and I was
It's
thinking
all
about
over the
this
place,
for a
Kevin.
couple of days. This is my political
But
chunk
it's
right here.
fascinating. You should go down and just hang out for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah,
You'll love
we're
it.
heading down there before we head over to Philadelphia. Going to sit down there for a while and see what's up. It's
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
I
See
said
what
on
it's all
Twitter
about.
yesterday, I'm going to go down.
I saw the live
Somebody was
feed.
just like, "You're part of the 1% problem, bitch." I was like, "Well,
Well, they
Oh,
love doing
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Yeah, I was like,
Russell-
what do you
Russell
want then?
Simmons
You want me
went
to just
down-
sit back and be like, "All right, then I'll oppress you. If I
Yes,
can't help
yeah,
you, I will
fuck
oppress
you."
you."
Kelly Carlin tweeted a live feed, or it was like a link to a live feed of when they did Occupy Washington Square Park.
Yeah.
And then, literally, as the cops come in and tell everybody to get out of the park, which is just the law, you got to be out of the park by midnight. That's how it's been since we've all
Yeah.
been here. People start, and the what you call it, the instant feedback, are like, "Free the horses! Fucking why are they? What are they doing sitting on horses?" I'm like, you people are true fucking shit stains of society. Those horses are fucking treated like gold.
Cop horses? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
They
wish
unsheathed the horse.
I would like to see them get more
Red
focused. I'd like to see them get more focused, but they're
They
all
should
over the
occupy
place.
the Republican National Convention if they really want to make some noise.
When is that?
When I don't know, but they could plan ahead.
Oh, if they want to
and
get arrested.
but you get your
Yeah,
fucking
you saw what happened with Ronnie Kovacs.
Oh.
Attica.
Kevin, they will yell at you if you go down there.
They
Because
will yell
Russell
at me?
Simmons went down there to support, and he was on CNN, and they basically were screaming, "You're the 1%."
You're the 1%.
Man, oh, they'll
How
yell
does
at
one
you.
react to that? Like, thank you.
With
Yeah.
a lisp,
Good.
in his case.
Klableth.
They might leave you alone. You're a man of the
You
people.
marry an
so.
never mind. Shoot myself in the face.
I like
I'll
to
be at Governor's on Long Island tonight if you guys are not
Yes.
going to watch the Jets game.
Governors.
All you housewives
Nice.
out there, if your husband says, "Leave me alone, I'm watching the game," fine with you. I'll go to Governor's and see Jay Mohr's.
Right there in Levittown.
You picked a hell of a night to play Governors. Monday Night Football with the Jets.
You know what? That's me, man. Mr. Game 7.
Did you go to? Did you do the what did you do in the city? Did you do Gotham?
I was at Gotham. It was ridiculous. It
I
was so
loved
much
it.
fun.
How was the crowd?
They were off
30
the hook.
30% podcast crowd. Like yelling shit that other people said on the podcast. Like,
Wow.
How was the room?
Oh, but Gotham's just
Jay,
the best.
more podcasts than O&A.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Then they weren't vocal the night I
I was
went.
yelling about O&A and
They
people
were, they were intoxicated.
They were
I
yelling,
closed by going, "Okay, terrific."
but you had more of a
That's old
response.
You stole that.
I'm telling you this
you
in
there?
front of
You
Kevin
went?
Smith. Yes, you had more of a reaction when you were mentioning podcast than O&A.
I think it's a more visceral reaction because of, I don't know why.
And then
But
the
definitely-
Housewives.
Did it help fill the room? That's the important thing.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah. And, audible.com/Jay, forget it.
Nice.
You're fucking Clint Eastwood. I told you after the show. It's
I would have
ridiculous.
hired your arm if they'd let me.
It's a ridiculous
You
story.
ever hear that story?
No,
I'll
what?
tell you, I've told it so many
It's
times.
fucking great.
I know. What's worse, the Clint Eastwood story for the 40th time or hockey talk? What's going to make people more irate on the boards?
I don't know.
The
Oh,
boards.
I bet you there was a lot of
Boards are
support for
thing-
hockey
thing of
talk
the
on the
past.
board.
Huh?
I bet you there was a lot of support for hockey talk on the boards.
It's very divisive.
Hockey's
The boards
exciting.
are fucking done. Whoever goes to message boards anymore?
I do. I go every day.
Really?
I want to see how people feel about them.
But yeah, exactly. Without any power to do anything, it's like fuck that. I
That
like
won't be
Twitter.
a skewed view.
I like Twitter. It's like, oh, you got a problem with me? Block.
Yeah, I love
I
the
had
blog
Bert
culture.
Kreischer on the podcast, and right before I went to the Improv to record the podcast, I went on fucking Whackback.
Oh.
I didn't realize there was a whole message board of podcasts, and I'm like, I wonder. And then there's a whole like 3 pages on more stories, and like halfway through on the second page, some guy goes, "All right, enough about bashing message boards at this point." Like that was the guy's. Like my
Really?
whole thing is put your name on it, like be a fucking man and
Yeah,
say,
yeah, yeah.
my name is Jim Norton, I think you fucking suck. Don't call me out as Camaro Guy 12. And then this fucking douchebag on Whackbag goes, all right, enough bashing the message board people. Like, what? You can't fucking take it? Milk
Yeah.
Lady 420? Like, you reached your fucking fill? How do you think we feel? Fucking vag poop? You're getting heckled by people with diarrhea in their names.
I've been screaming about that for anybody who's not using their real name. If you're using your real name and you're expressing an opinion, that's one thing. But when they're not using their real name, this is not China. You're not giving a political opinion that's going to get you arrested. You're just being a cunt and a pussy. If you're not going to use your real name, you're being a pussy.
They think they're cool, like Patty's Wig. Like, all the names are from shit you guys say, so
Yeah.
everyone's in a rush to see who can use the coolest O&A show reference.
And then beat the shit out of O&A.
But it's completely finished, you're right. They're
It's
just a
done.
powerless-
Now you know, you could do fucking Twitter, you could just blurt out whatever you want to say, and people respond to it. If they respond to it, I don't block everybody that says bad shit.
I do.
You know, it's
single
gotta,
negative thing, you're out.
one and that's it.
That's
one
it,
and
you're
done.
out. One thing. If you go like, I
You
thought
have
it
a zero
I
tolerance
thought it would have
policy.
been better if done. Eric Roberts, you were God. That was like a ball wash festival. Out, done. Like nothing.
Yeah.
Any
No
negative
tolerance
thing.
whatsoever now?
None. Why should I? It's
Yes.
my computer.
That's
I'm taking a shit.
I
and
don't
I'm
mind.
reading you while I take a shit. Why
That's
should I
true.
have any negative The best was
That's
when
healthy.
Kevin was doing Red State in England, giving away tickets, and some fucking asshole journalist in England was telling Kevin what kind of filmmaker he was, and you had like a day-long discourse with this guy, cutting his fucking English faggoty nuts off, going like, yeah, do you remember this? Oh!
Really?
It might have just been a Tuesday, though.
That's true.
I used to get
Giving
into
away
it, and now I've
tickets.
gotten to the point where I'm like, I just don't care.
I don't
You
have that
gave away
fucking,
nothing to the press.
time.
You took all the press things away and
Well,
gave it to
what
the
had
people.
happened was there was. I don't want. You know what? Let's go off. I don't want to talk about myself.
I don't
Let's talk
remember
about
it, but
you.
here's how it went.
It was. I don't honestly, but
I
did
don't
it work
remember,
out well
but let me
for
correct you.
Yeah, but if it's a good story, it's worth
I don't
it's
know.
worth
Go ahead,
saying.
tell it.
I don't remember. Basically, the British press guy was saying, you know, we need to go see it too. And Kevin was telling the guy, but I don't want you to see it. I want people with jobs to go see it, that go see movies. I no longer care what you feel about the movie. And the guy was basically calling Kevin out and saying, you're acting like, I don't remember, hoity-toity or you're highbrow.
Hoity-toity.
Kevin's like, I just gave
Why
away 70 tickets
Yeah.
to people I've never met on another continent. Like, I don't know how. And he just.
Everyone wants to tell you how to run your
You
business
totally
in life.
eviscerated
That's
the
why
guy.
that block feature is fucking amazing.
The
on
block
Twitter.
thing's
It just
great.
Gets rid of
Yeah.
the chuffa, as Bruce Willis would say.
Sometimes people are just I could take a negative remark, but some
Me
people are
too.
just being cunts. They gotta go.
But and those people too, man. I believe and I'll take criticism. I don't care,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't mind people being like, I don't like your shit. But if there's somebody who's just like
Being a twat.
taking your legs out or just kind of trying to get up in your armor,
Yeah.
you know, and
Well, you could
'cause
just tell
know
they're
they
not a
can.
fan.
Yeah, it's like,
But then
really,
they
why are
follow
doing
You
this?
could just, I know, which is.
Or people who are just like, you're not funny. I'm like, well, all right, then block.
But blocking them
What are you
doesn't hurt
doing here
them.
if I'm not funny?
Blocking them doesn't hurt them at all because they can still do what they want to do.
Yeah.
It's just it can't involve me.
I'm not going to say it. So I don't
Yeah,
give
it's
a
like I'm
shit.
not telling you not to read stuff, not to say stuff.
gotta say
I
it.
don't block
Yeah,
your
but
ability
what-
to say anything.
What's
Yeah.
twisted? A lot of the guys you block, they just start a new account because
Yeah,
they didn't
let
have
them-
enough followers to begin with.
Great, and then they got 0 followers, and whatever they say, no one sees it
And then
anyway,
some-
so who gives a shit?
Play it the right way or continue doing it the same way.
Who gives a shit? You know what's more important with Twitter
There's
is
an awesome article about Twitter in the New Yorker this week.
Really?
Great
Yeah.
story. Yeah, did you read it?
No, I just want to agree.
Dude, by the way,
I just want to sound
You're
smart.
on the mic guy today.
by the way, that's how you occupy. They just showed footage from around the world. They're fucking burning buildings, turning cars over, running away
What
from
is that?
Knocking
gonna
over
do?
mailboxes. Egypt.
You'll
You
see.
don't want them burning things or flipping things because they don't even have a clear agenda yet.
Look at this. That's
Just running-
That's
running
a part of
shit
the
over.
Occupy the Globe.
That
Look
was
at the
Rome.
fires.
This is just I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Rome is
but they
burning.
need to actually have maybe here are 3 talking points. 1,
Right.
Yes.
Something.
you know,
Yes.
no more remakes. 2, whatever.
I get into a lot of Twitter
that.
fights with Occupy Wall Street people because I hashtag Occupy Wall Street everything. It's like, you motherfucker, it doesn't matter what it is. Hey, I saw fucking, Glengarry Glen Ross. It was amazing. Occupy Wall Street. Just let them know I'm out there.
Is everybody here? Everybody but Roma. I'm going anyway.
I'm going anyway. Fucking brilliant.
Fucking best.
But it's when you hit to comment on someone's tweet
Yes.
and you see -16 characters. And now you're like, the most important thing with Twitter is the ability to fucking edit now.
Yeah.
Like,
Makes
I
us
think
all great editors.
It makes you a great editor.
yeah.
It's like, this not important.
Yeah.
I chop a couple of letters out of this one.
Yeah.
And then you save up and it's like, all right, now I got like this many characters to work with. I'll edit myself down a little bit. But yeah, that's like the most important thing. Sometimes you got a great point or you got a great point on what somebody tweets and you click, respond and shit and you see like, I don't have the energy to edit this shit down.
Right.
He's just going to have to get away with this without
Yeah,
my wrath.
he wins.
He wins.
Because this is either I'm in on 1 tweet or 10. And
Right,
today
right.
it ain't going to be 10.
I'm
So
done. Fuck
get
it.
See, we didn't need grammar,
That's
man.
so weird, man.
Yeah.
What a great... That's cool insight.
But-
Twitter has made us much better editors.
I'm so glad they haven't increased it. I don't like the point where imagine if Twitter was like,
150.
you had
Let's
to
go
get-
150.
No,
Come on. We could all agree
I
on
like
150.
I like the challenge of
I like the
140.
challenge, and
You
I
like
don't want
it?
to sit there looking at somebody's long ass, dumb fucking diatribe.
Well, do you know how they came to 140? That's not by accident.
What?
Because some guy said 150, the other guy said 130, and they're like, all right.
You asshole. We're all looking at him like, oh, this is intriguing. It must be some kind of formula.
Are you gonna be at Governor's tonight in Levittown?
No, no, no.
That's me. You're gonna be at the
Pittsburgh this
Improv.
weekend.
That's a great
Thursday.
Jay
real
Mohr is
festival.
at Governor's tonight. Jay Mohr.
Kevin,
Where
what
is
made-
Governors?
Long
Island.
They should do Real Housewives of Long Island. They would make those Jersey ladies look fucking Amish.
It's right off the Wantagh.
That is some serious fucking
Which is your favorite housewife?
housewife.
Well, Housewives, which show, and which
Jersey's my favorite
housewife?
because they flip tables over
Love
as they
Jersey.
use.
Danielle
constantly.
Straub is very sexy, too.
She's out. She's
I
been
like
out
her.
for a while.
I still like her big vagina, and I also like Kelly in the fucking whatever.
I think
Kelly
they
Vinson
all
on?
look like
Yeah.
utter shit.
I like the Countess.
When they sit there and at the beginning and the promos, when they all put a sexy pose and it's just far enough away where they might look all right. Like that shot is just far enough away. But when they look at it, it's like
If you
they
pause it, they all have
just-
crazy eyes.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Well, they're all fucking crazy.
What fucking pillar are they all on, you think?
Yeah,
They're
there's
all on
all
some kind
kinds of
pill.
some
What's your
fucking
favorite New Jersey
psychotropic.
housewife?
I like Caroline. She's like the voice of reason.
With the family shit over
Is
and
she
over
sweet
again.
or something?
Yeah, what is she got? A bunch of comedy clubs in the towns?
She tries to be the realist, I guess.
But she's the only one that's like, this is how you act.
Do you watch,
You're
Kim?
done.
I've never seen. How many different housewife shows are there?
Like 5.
Atlanta.
I
It
think
started
Atlanta's
with Beverly
coming.
Hills. Was that
Real
New York?
Housewives,
Jersey.
Saudi Arabia, they have no clits. No.
No, we just thought you were being factual.
No.
Again, like the 140 character thing.
So boy, you cry wolf today, dude. Because every time I'm like, he's got something cool. And then, no, he's just hooking.
Line of the
Just
day. Why don't you guys bring
fucking
back line of the day?
We
just
did for like a week, and
You
then
know
we
how they
forgot
did
about it.
140 characters? That was the best thing. We were all sitting here mouths agape. Like,
Yeah,
how?
what is it?
How, Jimmy?
We all know it's 140 characters, but we don't know why.
One guy had 150, the other guy said 130. They said, how about 140? I can't even.
He didn't even say the third line.
No.
That's
you
a
just
brilliant
figured it out.
line.
We all
edited it.
understood.
He had it edited for content.
That's stupid.
Kevin,
How,
what made you decide to
Wait, back to Housewives.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's a
How many
stupid,
different
addicting
ones
show.
are there? There's Beverly Hills. That's how it started. Real
It
Housewives.
started Orange County, then it went.
It was
New
the Real
York.
Housewives of Orange County.
Orange County was first, I believe.
What network is this on? Is it all the same
Bravo.
network?
Bravo with Andy
Fucking greatest
Cohen,
network.
who's a fucking multimillionaire off of this idea.
Uncle Andy.
So is
he
the
owns
first
the whole
one is
thing,
just,
right?
We're going to sit down with ladies who
Gated community, Orange County.
The OC.
Orange
so people,
County, New
so
York,
people
New
who are rich,
Jersey.
not obscenely rich, but like
Nah, some
Beverly
nouveau
Hills,
riche.
they're bananas rich. It's like Camille
Yeah,
Graham.
yeah,
It's
that's
like
crazy.
Kelsey Grammer's wife.
Oh, all right.
Like when she's just sitting alone. The fact that she's alone on 30 acres in Malibu is like, sweetheart, get an apartment.
And the
What are
little
you
girl
doing?
from like Nanny and the Professor or something.
She's a
Yeah, she's in it.
Kim Richards.
Yeah,
she's
Kim
a-
Richards.
She looks like a
Kim
meth
Richards.
head.
Who's
a-
Kim
Fuck.
Richards from
Nanny and the Professor.
Yeah.
no, from Escape to Witch
Witch
Mountain.
Mountain.
Yes, that one too.
The Witch Mountain Girls
And
on
her
that
sister
show?
Yeah,
Kyle. They're Hiltons.
Dude, Kyle.
That girl, Kim Richards, is rich? Tia of
yeah.
Escape from...
Sorta.
Yeah,
Escape to Witch Mountain.
They're all related to the Hiltons, like Jay said.
Yeah.
They're all Hiltons.
Really?
Yeah.
How hot is Kyle?
Who's Kyle?
Kyle's
a guy?
pretty sexy. Yeah.
Kyle is sexy.
Kyle's a girl?
Kyle's her sister,
Kyle
who's
is
like
no
5 foot,
sex,
and her
just
hair
it.
goes to like the floor.
Right.
Not extensions, like beautiful long
Younger
straight
sister,
hair.
older sister? Is it like
I
Escape
think
from Witch
she's
Mountain
young.
where they're twins? Like Tia
No,
and
no, no,
Tia?
she's definitely younger.
Kyle
but
is Paris's aunt.
it seems like Kim.
I can't believe I know this shit. I'm embarrassed.
Kim smoked and drank her way into oblivion.
Kim looks a little fucking ridden hard and put up wet, man.
She was,
Yeah.
she was that's last time I saw her
Blog
acting.
for
She
these
was in
people.
Black Snake Moan.
Really?
Yeah.
She was in that
plays,
movie?
That was a
played
believable
Christina
movie.
Ricci's mom.
Oh Jesus!
Very believable.
that? I dig that
like
movie.
the acting in it, but
Kim
I thought it was a
Richards
little-
she's an addict though, man.
It's a movie.
She's got
It's allowed
some
to be.
fucking
Allegedly.
problems.
You're right.
Allegedly, true.
Who is? Who?
That did put it in perspective. It's a movie.
I like the British lady.
The British lady?
Skybox is in the sky, Jimmy.
It's a movie. That's a movie.
How did you? I don't know if you talked about this on the show ad nauseum, but I'm fascinated the way Kevin took Red State out on the road and just completely.
Fuck, we haven't talked about Red State.
You're
with
like
Kevin.
fuck
I
the.
don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about you.
How could you not want to talk
I'm not
about
talking
it?
about
You
myself today.
revolutionized
That was like
at least to a
fuck-
fucking
I heard,
Fuck
I heard
the
that I
movie
like to talk
companies.
about myself here, so today I'm not
How
going to
much
talk about
money did you
myself
make
at
on
all.
that? How much money did a guy like you make?
I'm what?
That's that great Jonathan Katz joke. He goes, my son's at that age where he's starting to ask me those awkward questions like, what's a guy like you make?
Yeah. What are you putting away?
How old's your kid?
No, it was a Jonathan Katz joke. I have a 9-year-old and a 6-month-old. You know, have you noticed though when you're with HUD,
Yeah.
when you're walking around town, women fucking got to offer you advice like you're just this dopey.
Oh, yeah,
fucking-
like I'm a
have
single
you tried
father.
I think he wants his pacifier.
Yeah.
No, you fucking cunt. I tried that 4 times.
Yeah.
He has to take a shit.
Yeah.
Pacifier's not going to make. Like,
Yeah.
leave me alone. You're only
Yeah.
saying this because I'm a
I
guy.
can handle this, exactly.
And they go, this is what I get constantly. Go, you know what? It goes by so quickly. So just.
I had
I'm
an
like,
old
really?
man telling me that last night.
And I go, not really.
He goes, take the time.
I got a 9-year-old, and you know what? That shit took 9 fucking years. Every day, grinding it out. When I look at my watch and go, how is it fucking noon? I've been to the park twice and the mall once, and he's fucking just woke up. Now what?
You don't realize how long a fucking day could be until you have a
Unbelievable.
kid.
And nothing opens till 10.
Holy
And why
shit.
why is every
Jay's not
playground
lying.
in the United States, everything's wet?
Yeah.
Before 2 in the afternoon, every slide, every fucking swing is soaking wet.
It's all
Kids just
yours.
goes like
Yeah,
just
it's
stops on the
terrible.
slide.
And you're just a dopey asshole out there alone with your kid.
Jay's
waiting for
not
other
lying,
people to
man.
show up.
My kid will nap till about 2, but then from 2 to 10, it's like, holy shit, how much stuff are we going to have to do in one day?
Your kid's beautiful, man.
You're my
Jackpot.
weekends.
Thank you, sir. 17 months already.
Really?
It flies by.
Do you pop him in front of
An old
videos
guy-
all the time?
Huh?
You pop a kid in front of videos all the time?
I don't know what to do with that shit. He's into Toy
Run
Story.
the
Video
YouTube
series
channel,
called
see the
Baby
read the comments.
Einstein, which we
He became a
popped the
major.
kid in front of for a
He
long
became a
time.
major Yo Gabba Gabba fan.
Did you use it
Yeah, the one.
on the 9-year-old?
Yeah,
You don't use them now, though, right?
not yet. But he loves, the 6-month-old loves football.
What?
Watching it?
Like, he can't fucking take his eyes off it.
My kid used to be like that with the opening of Law and Order, just the opening.
In
With
the criminal-
sirens,
in the criminal justice system.
Not even the words so much, but as soon as the keyboards came in, the kid would sit there and go.
Kev, give me advice. What are you talking about? Go with the Einstein shit.
I don't know. There was a series of videos that came out
Give
called
that
Baby
family more
Einstein.
fucking money.
Yeah, I know. Well, they had no relation, just a title. It
But do you know
a chick
Einstein's
named
family
Julie
actually gets money from
Inger
it?
Clark, who developed this video series for kids. That essentially you just watch the screen and it's colors and little toys and
I like Baby
solid
Gacy.
shapes.
That series is
would've been
really
awesome.
funny. Just pop in front of fucking.
I like tape 3, Rape Kit and Grow Face.
Little clown paintings.
Yes, exactly.
The one my son went crazy for. Like, you could not get enough of the shapes.
It was pretty intense, and they said, "Hey, man, kids that watch this could grow up to be smart." And then recently, somebody did a paper where they're like, "Not really,
Not really?
Yeah, they
Nah,
followed
it's all
the results
bullshit,
like
yeah.
years later, and they were like, "Man, kids
Three
aren't that
outliers. If you're born in January, you're all set.
Is that what it is?
Malcolm Gladwell's fucking 600-page synopsis.
You're all
600-page synopsis of success.
What is
Every
it, if you're bored in January, what?
every hockey player on the national team, January and February birthdays. Because if you're born in January and February, you're the oldest of the group, so you get picked because you're bigger than everybody else. So then you immediately get better practice facilities. And you
Oh,
get,
right,
he followed
okay,
it all
because you're a
back.
little
Yeah,
older.
yeah. This
Yeah,
is
you're a
Mr.
little-
10,000 hours.
If you look at like the Russian national team, it's all January.
But remember
February
when we were
practice.
growing up, that was the case. The kids that had their birthday first in the school year, they always looked way older than everyone else, right?
the people that just missed the cutoff, like if you weren't born
Yeah,
before
fuck yeah,
November,
they got
all of a
Very
sudden-
relative, you know.
The
at
5
that-
o'clock shadow, but by fourth period and all that. Like,
Because
ones
at that
look
age,
like- the
1
ones
year
that
is a
look
huge
like
percentage.
The teenagers in Greece, where they're all like 80, 30 to 80 years old.
Wait, you
Fuck yeah.
weren't buying the fact that they were
When I
in
got
high
to become a
school?
senior in high school, I was just like, nobody looks like Olivia Newton-John or John Travolta. Like, they looked like my parents in high school, and we got to be seniors in high school, and we looked like kids. And that's
you
when I
noticed-
realized they lie in movies.
Yes. Have you noticed when you look at like your parents' high school yearbooks?
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone looks like fucking old
They
people.
look old.
They
But
look
if you
like they're
look
in
at like
their
a high school
30s.
yearbook now, you're like, who are these 5-year-olds graduating
Yeah,
from high school?
yeah.
They all look like tweens.
Well, the maturity level, I think, has changed. And I've said that many times.
Maturity.
Yeah.
God, I want to smack him.
Oh, let him keep going.
No, I think that the maturity level has really declined.
Yeah. Who was that one? Who was the chick that was in fucking Greece? That was the fucking slutty one.
Stockard Channing.
Yeah, Stockard Channing. She was believable as a high school
As a
student.
16,
Yeah.
17-year-old.
She was 51.
She was 51. Probably
close to
Very
that.
believable as a high school
She was
student.
probably easily in her mid-20s
Yeah.
when she
Oh,
took that
please.
role.
Close to
Easily.
30.
If not older. She's
Yeah.
probably
Not
in her
older, right?
30s at
How
that
about
point.
none of us are mentioning like at the end they flew away in a fucking car?
That was Grease Lightning, motherfucker. Come on.
We're all like, I don't know, we stayed out till 10 o'clock. That's supposed to be a big deal.
At the end of the movie, they're flying away in a car. We're like, that's how romance should end. Up in the clouds on a
With
Ford
Colin
Fairlane.
pushing the car to start
In a
it.
Ford Fairlane.
And
Ford
Travolta,
Fairlane.
and Travolta had to keep doing 40 weight fucking taste. They're like, no, it's Pussy Wagon. Oh, you're saying the wrong thing.
Right, you think he's gay?
No, I didn't say that. I mean, if I had to gamble, I would say yes, but that's just a guess.
Yeah, when you see a picture of him, pretty much open mouth kissing a man on the stairs of his airplane.
I saw that. That just looked like a European goodbye.
Did you see the picture of Hugh Jackman on the frolicking in the surf with his trainer? Like,
No,
show-
what happened? What?
It's in one of the fucking news.
I love how you go with his trainer.
Yeah,
Frolicking.
Was he frolicking?
they're like one guy's laying down in the surf and like he fell on top of him.
He has much too much fun at like the Tonys and shit, and he's very into that singing musical thing. And then he's married, and it's like, all right,
Have you seen his wife?
yeah,
Really?
Yeah, he's definitely. I don't know.
he could
be a
do.
beard?
He could do better. He's Hugh Jackman. You're fucking Wolverine, motherfucker.
And he's been Hugh Jackman
You could
a
do
while.
better. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not like
You don't get props for staying with her?
no.
All depends on the reason.
Yeah, there might be a reason
All
there.
depends on the reason.
And in all the photos,
Maybe they're
he's all-
happy.
Yeah, well, that could be a
he
reason.
looks-
Like,
Sure.
what happens? What's the
Sure.
condition of being very happy?
He looks fucking thrilled.
A big pussy and she digs my act. That's all I need from a chick. She thinks I'm really funny and has a giant veg.
You're a fucking labia guy.
Who isn't?
No one piped up.
Yeah, but you're like on the bizarre end.
I'm just curious. Do you mean like just when you say a labia guy, he's just all lips, or he likes the whole pussy?
The whole thing.
All right.
Jimmy likes a
nice
very
fat one.
sloppy lips.
He likes to hear it when
Big
they
lips,
jog.
sloppy.
He wants it to make noise when they go down a slide.
See, I never understood
Like a
the
broken
thing, I
balloon.
tell ya.
Like a
Jimmy's
broken
vague
balloon.
sometimes.
What?
Like a broken balloon.
I'm trying to
as a
think.
mess.
Do you
I
like the
gotcha.
one that looks like a chimp's mouth
Yeah.
sideways, or the one that looks like you put an M80 in a Steakums?
I like both.
Because I don't mind the chimp mouth look, but I don't like a lot of debris.
I like it all. I like
Yeah?
both. Yeah.
Debris.
Combinations. Nice.
Yeah,
First hit
yeah.
with shrapnel.
That's,
Oh my god! Fucking that lady in his Jacobs.
I hate that where it's all fucking
How many pussies do you guys see?
enough.
On the fucking regular,
No.
I got it.
Hey.
I don't like I'm in
that.
the compound. Who's got the labia? Bring it
like
around
it.
back.
Looks like something that fell out of the bottom of a deli slicer.
Yeah, what are you, hickory dickory docking or something?
Oh, gee.
Let's take a break.
The big sweaty hand on the brake handle.
Listen,
Sparks are coming out of the wheels.
Call him Dice. What's he rolling around on the table? You should have me just do my own show.
Yeah, maybe
Jay
we
Mohr's
should.
will be at Governor's tonight,
Yes.
competing with the Jets.
I'll have you home by the third quarter.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's a good.
That's a good way to
promise.
promote it.
Yeah, really, man.
And Kevin Smith is not promoting Red State, which is still on demand.
That's fucking great.
But Kevin
Yeah,
has stopped
great.
by.
It is.
Soon.
You revolutionized the way people put out movies.
Let's not talk about it. Stop
Huh?
it. Let's keep it on you.
No, that's his whole thing.
Kev.
Keep it on you. Keep it
Nah,
on
he's,
you.
he's trying to do it this way today. Kev, though, you
Generating content. What?
make a little cake out, a little
what?
cash.
Have you made your
off
money
the Red
back?
State?
Red State? The movie made its money back.
You make yours yet?
my key job
How are
is
you,
to make sure the
1%er?
investors.
You gonna get paid, nigga?
No, I haven't made. Let me see. I think I made $20,000 from Red Sticks. They had to pay me a writing thing as per the WGA. But the investors that was the key. Make sure they get paid.
And you've
back.
had a lot of fun.
It's just the pleasure of
A lot of
putting out the
fucking fun.
product.
I've
like
had
that.
wonderful dividends from Red
So
State.
that's
I got to make
artistic,
2 TV shows. I got one on AMC, and we shot a pilot for back when we were back west.
That's what Ming's doing today. That's why he can't record my fucking podcast.
'Cause
He's doing your
working on
AMC
that.
show.
Yeah,
Big
we
shot.
started shooting that.
What's
And
the
I got a
AMC
book
show
out of
about?
it. There's a show about the Secret Stash that it's going to air in February after Walking Dead. Anybody watch Walking Dead last night?
I got a DVR, please. Shut up.
You didn't watch it?
I assume that there's some zombie action.
Don't ruin it for me.
There it
I
is.
know. Now I got to shut this down. I can't look
What?
at this because now people know I didn't see it,
And
so
they're
they're
gonna
just
tell
going
you
to try to
They
find
wouldn't
it.
spoil
There's
it.
nothing- honestly, there's
Not that
nothing
bad
huge
as far
to
as spoilers
spoil.
go.
Yeah, it's
I
not like,
figured
oh my god, but
premiere
there's some
episode.
cool sequences. There's a really cool herding sequence, which was really,
Yeah,
which was sweet,
that's
yeah.
kind of cool.
I can tell you this without spoiling it.
Yeah.
At one point, like they're stuck on a road. If you haven't
Stuck
seen it
on
yet,
you.
don't cover yours. Except you.
Yeah.
So they're trying to travel out. They're stuck on the road. A lot of dead cars from like when people evacuated and shit. So they're getting out to pick through the leavings, find some clothes, find some food, water.
You always
whatever.
got to scavenge with
A little bit of
zombies.
scavenging.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a bit of a just very light dissension in terms of like, oh, I don't feel right about this, but the rest of it, you're out of your fucking
Yeah,
minds.
fucking
There's no
take
more right.
everything.
All of a sudden, they see in the distance one zombie, like maybe 4 car lengths back, start moving, and so the guy lines up and he goes to shoot, and then all of a sudden another one appears behind it, and then another, and then they're all like, get down, and they all just get down and go under the cars, and this massive herd of zombies just kind of goes.
Walks past
through.
and that's
Yeah, it was
pretty
a pretty cool
fucking.
sequence.
That's a pretty good.
It was
I
neat.
got to see that.
But that is honestly, that's like 10 to 15 minute sequence in the show. That's
Really?
what kind of made it work. Was they really committed to it?
Yeah.
and kept going with it. It's a good show. I don't know how it took them this long to figure out how to put zombies on TV.
I know, right? They got a great fucking special effects crew that does that because they really look good. Those zombies.
What network?
A&E? Is it?
Yeah, no, AMC.
AMC, yeah, AMC. Same, but like Breaking Bad. Also,
Breaking Bad, they got Headman, and now they got our show.
Don't
in
they shoot
February.
that with
yeah.
production companies, and then they get? Doesn't Breaking Bad shoot with Lionsgate?
I'm sure somebody else makes it. AMC's the network that airs it. But probably also the network that commissions it as well. Even though you have a production entity, a network might be like, here's your budget, we want 10 shows.
Okay.
So they're kind of like
yeah.
partners, and they're buying the right to air your show, but you know your production company gets to keep it.
I love it. I like the networks, whatever. I love the fact that they're able to get away with a lot more language, which just makes it more real. You know, I appreciate hearing a well placed shit. You know, it's just fucking. That's how people talk.
Totally. It doesn't hurt anything.
No, it doesn't hurt anything. It makes the characters more realistic and believable. And the storylines, the fact that like anytime, especially in something like The Walking Dead, there's just something about when they commit to killing children, where I'll be like Stephen King's like that. He's just, I don't care if it's a kid.
Yeah.
I'm killing that motherfucker. And it's just one thing that's like, wow, that's brutal. You know,
It has that kind of like 10 Little Indians feel to it, where you're like, at any moment,
Anyone
could
can
go.
go,
And
yeah.
the cast is made up of people where you're not like, oh man, well, it's Matt Damon. They're never going to kill him.
Right.
Anyone
can go.
Is it on? Is it just the pilot, or has it
This
been
is
going?
season 2. They
Season
did last
2.
year. You can watch the entire season on DVD. It's like, I think only did like 6 or 8
yeah, it's a
episodes
short
last
run
year.
the first season. Yeah.
But it's pretty dope. And again, like just why did it take them this long to go like, hey, zombies, a TV show?
Fucking love zombies. Who doesn't love a good zombie?
Because zombies aren't characters that you can typically develop, so they probably figure how can you keep a story going?
The
We're
humans.
running, they're after us.
The human. Yeah.
I mean, that's probably what the issue
But that's
was.
like Battlestar Galactica. That was The Fugitive. That's a lot of TV shows where it's just like we're on the run, and it's the drama that happens while they're on the run that I guess is kind of what keeps you bound. You know, like we all tune in because we love to see zombies get blown up and they could take heads off. Like there was a scene in an episode last night where they wanted to see if a zombie they killed had killed someone they were looking for. They wanted to make sure it hadn't killed their friend, so they cut it open and went through its stomach like in Jaws for the content.
license plate
stuff like that. So like there's moments like that where you're like you never see this on TV, but then there's just cool stuff or shit in regards to the human beings. Like there's like the storyline in the background about this. The main character wakes up in the first episode and he's in a hospital and the world's gone to shit. Everything's become
That's like
zombies.
21 days later, right?
Very much like that. And then he eventually reconnects with his wife, who thought he died, his wife and his kid.
So meanwhile, she's fucking a gentleman of color from down the street.
She's fucking his friend who used to, be his backup in the police department or whatever, sheriff's department.
Oh, wow.
So there's a little bit of human drama there where you're like, oh my God, everything's in the toilet, and you don't even have that. Like, well, at least I have the love of a good woman. Like he did. But she thought he was dead, so she started fucking someone else.
Well, how long were they apart before she realized he's alive?
A couple months or something like
what a
that.
Whore. This guy's eaten by zombies and she can't keep the dick out of him for a couple of months?
I know. Well, the marriage was a bit on the rocks. To begin with, yeah, they kind of had some issues.
They intimate that, yeah.
They showed that.
But in the post-apocalyptic world, they're going to make a go of it.
Yeah, it's a whole other situation.
Limited. Yeah, well, also,
maybe someone will
you
come
learn
to the table.
Forgive quick, man, because there's not a lot of chicks.
Since when does Harry Belafonte look like he should be getting an axe in the stomach in Overlook Hotel?
He looks fucking horrible.
He does look sick?
He's old, man. He's really old.
Yeah?
Wow.
Harry Belafonte can't even talk anymore.
He's probably talking. Is he talking about the book, the memoir?
Yeah.
But he's also been talking about a little bit about Occupy Wall Street. I'm going to go down.
Yeah,
I'm going to check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. Oh, we got to take a little
We
breather.
absolutely have to, unfortunately, for live read bullshit.
All right,
more with Kevin Smith and Jay Mohr.
I'm going to get out of here. So I'm going to say goodbye to you.
This is it?
Yeah. I got to go.
Then let's continue. I didn't know that.
No.
Why are you leaving?
We can totally wrap
I
up.
thought you were doing more than
I got to do, unfortunately. And I did.
It's already 8:30.
Was that you?
Holy
shit! Did you do that on You Loud?
Oh,
Ain't no rules.
No rules.
Had I
in here.
known all this time?
Oh yeah,
I
you
know.
should. It's expected.
Oh, you got to fart.
And his are fucking horrible. It really
I like
is.
a man. I think a man who's like free enough to be like, what do you want to do about it? Like I've always wanted to be that guy. I never could. I did
don't
one
fart
cheek
in
speak,
public?
but here's a guy who just
Yeah.
well, not audibly.
Why not?
Because I don't got balls.
It is
Really?
kind of a ballsy thing to
It
do.
is.
Yeah,
It takes a distinct personality.
I'm
I'm
not
not saying
that
like
guy.
a rude personality.
Oh, yeah,
Somebody who's just like,
I'm not
hey,
that
man.
guy.
Yeah,
It
me
doesn't
neither.
fart
But I
either.
aim to be that guy. To be that comfortable with yourself, where you're like, hey, fuck you, do deal.
I'll
with
just
it.
let one.
Yeah,
Rather
fuck
out than
that.
in.
You got one? You got one brewing?
No. If I did, then I would have felt the moment. But then I would have pushed it and sharded
How great
it.
would
It might
be?
put you over the top where now you're just farting everywhere.
How great! He farts for the first time on our show. That would be an
I'm
exclusive
going on The
for
View
us,
this
sir.
afternoon. That's where I'm starting it.
Fucking
I'm beginning it there. No.
Do you like going on The View?
I've never been. I think it's kind of fun. My wife was like elated with the idea. She didn't even watch the show. She's like, "You got to go," because they were like, "You want to be on The View?" And I
I
was
wonder
like,
how they're going to handle you.
I don't
They'll
know.
love
I
him.
met-
They'll
I was
like
on
him.
Joy,
Yeah, they'll like
Joy
him. They're gonna
Behar's
love
show,
Kevin,
and
right?
that was
Joy's
fun
great.
and easy.
We like her.
And I met Whoopi we did a George Carlin thing last year at the New York Public Library, or a year and a half ago, and she was great. So I don't know. I mean, it's not like they could have torn me apart.
I did a
No,
Carlin
you're not-
tribute with her too.
With Whoopi?
At the Y.
At the Y. We did this. This one was it was the New York Public Library. She was the host. Louis
books
C.K. was up there as well. Stiller and Mira killed.
Oh wow.
They came up and read like a letter that he had written them, and then they just editorialized. They were fucking really funny. It was good.
That amazes me that many years later
They
these two
still
can
can
still
do it.
fucking get up there and do shit like
There's
that.
a reason that,
Amazing.
and there's also a reason why he went to Seinfeld,
Oh,
King
yeah.
of Queens, like talent outs, man, and those two are very, very funny.
She was good in Fame.
Yeah.
The movie Fame.
Yeah.
Don't you kids think of anybody but yourselves?
When you watch him and
I wrote Jimmy's your first few lines and hit somebody.
Oh really?
Your very first scene.
You want him to try out his line?
No.
Please?
Yeah, what is it?
Please?
No, but I like that. But
Please,
it's
one line.
no,
Is it come on, coach.
no. But I know. I'm glad to know that you got that in your repertoire.
By the way, I'm going to do the part as Quincy, just so you know that. We got to skate faster.
You mean fucking Jack Klugman?
Oh, I love the
whole thing,
Quincy.
yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah, we gotta skate faster. We're gonna lose, Sam.
Is that your Jack Klugman?
Yeah, it's my.
That fucking rock.
Quincy.
Yeah, the
That made
entire.
my morning, dude. Nobody references Quincy anymore. I feel a
No.
little less old.
That's my character choice for the goalie. He's going to be Quincy.
I think it's a smart
Jimsy,
choice.
That's
yeah.
a good choice. I'm going with it.
It's called Jimsy on our show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimsy.
Anytime we have to
Jimsy.
talk about any kind of forensics or stuff, Jimsy always makes an appearance
Yeah.
and
Do another.
smooths it out for the people.
Do another.
You have tiny genitals, Sam, because you're Asian.
We constantly. I mean, this show was a staple growing up. And you remember the beginning, and it was like he'd be working over a dead body, and then he's like boating, having fun.
Well, there's very serious music about like this man deals with it.
Yeah, yeah. This
and
is
then
the serious
suddenly
part.
It's like, but at night,
We're
anything
listening to it
goes.
right now. There's that dun, 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 dun. It's like, I'm working on the dead bodies. Now I'm kind of hanging with a chick.
I help you solve crimes, but now I'm liking pussy.
Just an ugly man with a horrible job. He's too old to fuck the girls he does. Terrible dresser, slacks, and a members only jacket. It's the greatest.
And it was
That is
before we knew
amazing.
anything about. I think a lot of people now are a little more savvy to how police work actually,
Like
the
how they work.
CSIs and
Yeah, yeah,
whatnot.
and things like that. And just even watching real shows like First 48 and Cops, they hand it off to a lot of people. Quincy would go investigate the crime. He's like a coroner. He's supposed to be in there, pick up the body,
Right.
fucking go to the office, cut him open, tell somebody what you found. But he's like, I have to go out and investigate the crime. She was poisoned with morphine.
They're like, hey man, why don't you stay in your fucking kitchen?
Yeah, stay in
You
your
have a
creep,
job.
your
I have a
creepy
job. I'm a detective.
fucking just over your stainless steel table. Fucking
Detective
squirting
Monahan,
intestines down.
that creep. Hey, Quince, I gotta ask you. She's my girlfriend. Quince, she's 5. Mind your business.
I knew Quincy was a pedo.
Yeah, he certainly
You
is.
said morphine. It was codeine.
Oh, it was codeine.
codeine.
They couldn't commit to a
Anthony's
good
Quincy
drug.
sounds Dice-esque.
Hey, Sam! You jerk! I'm trying to cut this person open. I'll start with the vagina.
Kevin, you're getting the hook.
Yeah, all right.
Not by us. Stupid E-Rock saying you really got to go.
Why does he have to go?
Your people are saying you really got to
His
get the
people
fuck out
are
of
telling
here.
him,
Yeah.
His peeps, as they
His peeps.
call them.
Always a pleasure,
I
gents.
guess look for Kevin down there at the Occupy Wall Street.
I'm gonna go check it out. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm here in
Philly.
town. Philly, I'm doing Babylon with Ralph tonight
Where are you doing it?
at
I'll plug for
World Cafe Live.
World Cafe Live.
That's
Kevin
tonight.
Smith and Ralph
I
Garman
think we're good
tonight.
though. I think it's sold out.
So
All right.
you get more. You get the spillage.
I don't want to.
Then
I
two
don't want to
shows.
talk about myself. I want to talk about
Does
anything
Ralph,
else in this
Does
world.
Ralph talk about Joe Schmo?
He once or twice. It's
I
like
fucking love. I know you
he
got
was
to go.
explaining the concept, and
Have you
I've
ever
never
seen Joe
it.
Schmo?
No, but he.
It still holds up. It's on YouTube.
I love Ralph.
I'm going to pass it on.
It was a fake reality show.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he was great in that.
Did they do 2 seasons or 1 or?
Well, the problem was, yeah, the gag was out, so the second season was a complete dud and a bomb. They couldn't pull it off a second time.
and he said he did 2 different characters. Like
I don't remember if he did a second character in the first one.
I think so.
I think he was just a
I haven't seen
host.
it, but he played like a quasi-British host or something.
He was a host, and there was only one guy that wasn't in on the gig on the deal. It was Joe Schmo. Is a great fucking show.
It's kind of
man,
like what
for-
was that movie
for
with
pop
the-
culture
with Jim Carrey?
Oh, Truman Show.
Truman Show.
I've never seen it, but I know it's about.
It's the Truman Show.
I might as well just throw it.
Well, tell him I said hi because I was a huge fan of Joe Schmo.
I will pass that on.
dumb
man.
little stupid
This-
show.
He did that podcast is funny. It's no more stories. Nothing could be. But Hollywood Babylon's a pretty funny show.
I watch it.
Ralph
I
does.
watched you guys from the John Lovitz on YouTube. I'll go. It's one of the
Yeah.
only podcasts I'll watch.
He's so
I'll go to YouTube. I'll go to YouTube and watch him and Ralph. Ralph Garman's just one of those guys. He's good. Like there's nothing he does. He's not.
Yeah, he's-
not only good at, but it's like there's something. He's magnetic. Fuck it. That's what I was gonna say. And I almost pulled it back because I was
Own it.
He's magnetic.
Own
He's
it.
just one of those guys. You're always happy to see him. He's a great, and you're like, fucking, where's this? Give him a shot.
Yeah.
Society and business.
Very true.
All right, Kevin really's got to go.
Thank you for having me. And again, this is a weird, wonderful little reunion.
More stories.
Yeah.
This is the first time I sat down with him. Was in not this room, but the other place.
studio.
Same group,
Podcast network.
Now you're
Same
working
group.
together a little bit, and Kevin Smith will be on The View later this
You're going
time
on The
as
View?
well.
Check it out.
I am.
So-
I'm going to pump Red State comes out on DVD this week.
Fuck.
And
You can tell
Netflix.
Whoop I said hi.
Are you guys?
Well, when
friends?
is it coming out?
My
You should
boat,
plug
man.
that.
You did a show with her, right? You did one of your stories.
No,
It didn't pan.
well, we had some
Technical difficulties.
logistical
I'm
problems.
gonna spend 20 minutes with you and change your life.
All right, but there's no fucking way this can be put on me. This whole thing that happened.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
No,
But
you're
I
set.
remember talking
We'll
to
see
him.
you
I said-
later. We'll come back for the equipment tomorrow. I'm like, is there coke in the microphones? That's how everyone was acting. They ran out of my fucking room.
Because the kids
Nah,
are just
Jimmy,
like.
I'll come back later.
The kids are like, well, I mean, Jay and Jordan doing the recording for you would be like you and your wife. Like if you came over and I'm like, can you start my lawnmower? Can you guys just do the lawn? Like they don't usually do the recording. They're the ones that sit behind mics and people record for them.
Right.
So they were like, look, we'll set them up and get out because they don't want it. Like their mode of work is like get out of the room and let the people sit there and chat. They don't
I
want
want
to
that too.
alienate or make people feel like weird for being there. And
Right.
like they already feel like
But
they're
just when
kinda
20
intruding.
minutes in, it says
It dies,
memory card
yeah.
full. You go.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what to do.
Someone's memory's no good, right?
But I didn't
Son
know
of a
that
bitch,
until
shit.
when
I'll
I
punch you
talked
right
to
in the
him.
nose.
I talked to Jay, and I was just like, Jay, do you have? I asked you about something. I was like, can you do this?
You go,
And
you a Mac guy?
Yes,
I'm like,
that's it.
I'm telling you right now. Put the brakes on that shit.
yeah.
Cancel that shit right now, man.
Do you continue with the podcast knowing no one will ever hear it because it's not recording? Or
No,
do you just
Matt
bail?
Paxson from Hoarders took
Yeah.
the SIM card out of his fucking phone and said, this has probably 20 minutes in it, and he put it in. And the last thing we could remember really speaking about was that Hoarders love dildos. It's something that's never on the show. He goes, they're pro dildo. 90% of Hoarders, there's like 60 dildos under the bed, and the grossest thing he had ever seen in his life was a dildo. A lady was on chemotherapy in her bed, and her husband was on chemotherapy in the next bed, and she said, we used to be swingers back in the day, and there was a collection of dildos under the bed, and there was pubic hair on one of the dildos, and he picked it off, and he threw up out of the piles of cat shit, human feces, rats, bunnies. It was this one, and he's going, and he's saying it, he's dry heaving, and then we look down and it stopped recording. So he puts the SIM card back in. My wife's helping him, and then I go, okay, did we get the dildos in, Matt? And my wife goes, I hope you recorded that.
Yeah, really.
Did we get the dildos in, Matt?
Taken out of context.
That's
yeah,
what got him, though. A dildo with the pubic hair.
Yeah, he
It
said,
probably smelled. There's probably an odor on it.
Dude, what
It
about
was
the
After
Dare
how
to
many
dream.
years they were on chemotherapy?
but the bags
And
of
was it
shit
fresh?
and all
Was it
that?
newly
That didn't
used?
get him?
he said, yeah, rat's nest. Have you ever seen an actual rat's nest? They're cylindrical and they go up like a Jenga tower. And rats, for some reason, can't chew money. They're like, it's a repellent to them.
Money?
So when there's money, paper money in a rat's nest, everything else is like chewed up because they can't stop chewing. Stupid rats.
But the
Money is pristine. So him and his partner are like taking apart this rat's nest, not knowing whether or not rats are going to jump out like an Indiana Jones movie and get them. They said they made $220 from a fucking rat's nest. Go get your fucking shine box. I'm fucking really like, save it for the podcast.
They can't chew money, and they also can't chew through tinfoil. Is that correct?
I don't know.
yeah, it
I've
makes
heard
their teeth
tinfoil.
go like, ow.
Because
Yeah.
of their cavities, probably.
I can't. It's
No.
too-
Oh, no.
Well, why do you have old braces? Not braces, fillings.
No,
old
I,
fillings?
I think it's
He's just old.
It's
Old
still, yeah, it's old.
Well, I remember
fillings,
having,
like,
like,
fucking-
if you chew on aluminum foil when you got the fillings when you were
Saber-tooth tiger
younger, it would
bone.
make you go like, ah.
Oh, fuck yeah, it
Yeah.
would.
Do you still have any fillings? Like the
Yeah,
old
yeah, I got
styles?
like old style
I have
fucking
plenty
lead.
of fillings, but, you know,
Blueberry.
no, I meant for other people, you know.
He was saying
Fillings.
feelings.
Fields. Yeah.
Feeling,
I have
feelings.
fillings for you.
I had mine replaced. Fuck that.
I'm
You
just
went in and
feeling
had
you.
more
This cuntin'.
I had to have
It's
a
all
few
white
taken out
now.
because they were like, well, think about it. When you had those put in, you were like 8,
Yeah.
and your tooth has grown bigger or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, it's changed shape. You might
That's
as
kind
well
of
drill
amazing.
that. And then thinking about having that in your mouth, that just that.
They got
compound.
the fucking like white fillings now that you can't
what I
even
got.
see. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I had
that's
the old
shit.
ones taken out and the white ones put in.
Yeah, and God knows what was in the fucking ones when you got them at 8 years old. Ah, there's some mercury, some lead. We mix mercury,
is healthy
lead,
for the tooth.
and something
future.
radioactive. We'll put it in there. To set off a Geiger counter.
Kevin really has to go now.
Yes, Kevin.
It's not even funny at this point.
Red State.
Thank you, sir.
On DVD when?
Excellent.
Probably
When's it
tomorrow,
come out?
right?
Wednesday comes out.
Wednesday?
Tuesday. Actually.
Tomorrow's,
Tuesday comes out on.
Yo, buy that shit. Get him
Blu-ray,
pregnant.
DVD, and Netflix.
Are we looking
Anywhere,
at some extras, sir?
Yeah, there's lots of
That's
there's
what
a
I-
documentary.
see, that's what I
They
like.
put the Sundance Beach on. It's
After
a cool
I've seen the
package.
movie a couple times, then I want to see.
You guys were very sweet about it.
some
Thank
of
you.
the-
we're all
Glad
fans of
called
Red
I
in and
State.
said the
talked about it.
Not even a
rewatchability is
question.
fucking great, man.
Yeah, it's a fun
great.
flick, man.
And Jay Mohr at Governors will continue with Jay. Stay there. Thanks, Kevin.
Bye, guys.
Kevin Smith.
What was Kevin Smith promoting? He's going downtown. He's going to take it. He's going downtown.
Why does he not want to talk? What is
Something happened, and I didn't know until after the fact. I would love to have told Kevin, but Kevin said, I'm not talking about myself because what did he say? What was the exact quote?
He heard that he talked about
It's
himself
not
too
about
much.
me.
What was
He
that?
doesn't want it to be about him.
Because he said something like, I've heard I...
Talk about himself.
What?
He said he wants to talk about anything besides himself because he's heard he talks about himself too much on this show.
But who said it?
I don't know. If
I
it's
didn't
our
say
fans.
it.
I don't know.
It just seems
Anthony
odd to
didn't
go,
say it. Jimmy didn't say it. Obviously, it was something that was in the back of his head.
Yeah.
It seems odd to go to a radio show to not talk about yourself.
Yeah.
I came in to sell
Maybe-
tickets for Governors. I'm a hooah.
Maybe it was some kind of dumb little joke. We beat the shit out of each other, but I don't remember. I don't know. So I don't know what that's about. And
what's
then
his
we found
problem
out
with
after
Opie?
the fact.
What's
What's
the
up?
whole thing with him and Opie?
What happened there?
What's his thing? I can't keep a straight face. You know what?
I was
go
letting you
back-
play it out.
Let me go
fuck
back.
that.
Let me go back to my hotel, and I'll come back tomorrow. I'll make my decision.
Oh, gee. Fuck this. Fuck this.
Well, what do we want to say to Kevin? Because it'll get back to him. We love him on this show.
Of course.
What's going to get back to him? That you're curious?
Well, I didn't know what that was about. I wish I knew because
And we fucking
off mic. I would have
love Red State.
I would have talked to him. I don't
Talked
know.
about it a lot.
Well, he had a fight with Rogan about something similar. Like Rogan had said shit about him on the podcast, and they got back to him, and it turned into an argument. But
when he was on Rogan's podcast,
I made that whole thing up though.
Oh, you ass. I'm just saying. He was on Rogan's
Jimmy, that was
podcast for
good.
4 hours. They just got high and never stopped.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Well, just get the message back to Kevin. We love him on the
Yeah.
show. So I don't know where that's coming from. Maybe someone else took a shot or what. I don't know. I have no idea. I really don't know where that came from today. I'm sure he heard something. Not going to deny that.
What
but
things
I
he heard?
I would love to know.
What was he here to promote?
I don't know.
Red State
on
DVD.
Blu-ray.
Coming out, what, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow must be, Tuesday.
Tomorrow, yeah, commentary and all kinds of good shit. That's what I like about his movies. Like, he does throw a lot of fucking commentary and extra shit in there. That's kind of cool. And he's got a good take on things when you watch his movie with the commentary on. It's not just like, oh, no one's going to talk or someone's going to go, yeah, I remember the gaffer dropped a roll of tape.
Yeah.
Wow, captivating.
Is that Brian Regan?
Yeah. Hey.